Hi guys, welcome to Wasted Lunch. 12:21. Woo! Pretty girls giving me kisses. Looking good. Got my coffee. Vapor. Cigarettes too. All that good stuff.
Okay.
What's happening, guys?
Work boots.
It's been quite a few days since I've been on here. Last Friday
I'm guilty of it too.
I was moving furniture. That was a big excitement I was doing instead of being on here. But I'm back.
Nobody wears 8 pairs of shoes a day.
So it's Monday. I'd say Monday morning, but now it's afternoon. Time is 12:22, oven standard. And
2 pairs.
I'm wearing my scared to death shirt here.
So if you're wearing the red
no, I really don't understand what the shirt's about, but somebody got it for me. It's a shirt.
Shoes, take the Nikes down to your room.
Got my coffee. No, I'm not drinking it in a mug today.
I've got several pairs of sandals I got to get out of there.
Actually, good old
but I want to try it because
styrofoam.
It spills over, and then we got all those shoes on the floor. So everybody limit 2 pairs of shoes.
Here.
So summertime, I get a pair of tennis shoes.
We're talking
and
about
I get a pair of
shoes.
sandals. You know.
Shoe talk here.
So I want to try and get that cleaned up so we don't have that issue.
So,
the same thing's going to go for the girls.
Work week just started. How are we doing, guys?
I haven't decided what I'm going to do if Jillian has like 8 pairs of shoes out there.
I'm sure you guys don't want to hear about pairs of shoes and stuff. Are you guys, everybody with kids?
The whole tree thing.
It's about time for those kids to go back to school, isn't it?
Lessen it. You said you want to try and keep this place clean. That's an idea to keep. That stuff.
About time for those kids to go back to school. I don't know how I feel about that. Well, I'm not thrilled about summer practically being over. That stinks. That's just the way it is.
Is there shoes in that one?
I know some people were fans of all the seasons there. What do we got? 4 seasons, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We had 3 this year.
Yeah. And I've talked about that too many times about how our fall and winter and spring are kind of all just sort of the same damn thing. Winter. But the kids are going back to school. Just
yay!
Well, my wife seems to be thrilled about it. I'm not too thrilled about it. Now. A part of the thing is I'm not thrilled about summer being over. I'll admit it.
Take whatever school supplies are out there.
I mean, I'm not going to throw a tantrum over.
Split it up.
Yeah.
There's 2 of everything. Like how there's 2 packs.
Summer's just a damn short, ain't it?
Randy gets a pack. I also bought lots of school supplies.
Oh, now they're trying to
do those cards.
Anyways.
Those white cards that you need for notes. I got you.
Sorry, guys.
Because I know you use them the most.
We got a side conversation about socks going on here.
No.
No shoes?
No.
You moved on past shoes and socks?
Yes. School supplies.
School supplies. That's another exciting thing. Yeah. Yeah, I took our kids to school supply shopping. That's always a highlight of late summer.
Where do I get my school supply list?
But
you'll get it per class.
Watch a couple movies I've never seen before.
Enough stuff. I bought enough stuff in there that you should have plenty of binders, plenty of cards, plenty of paper, plenty of notebooks, plenty of pencils.
What movie did we watch for the first time the other day? The Hobbit.
The Hobbit.
The Hobbit.
Well, the first time I watched it, I fell asleep. So
took me how many years ago did that come out? You think, Vinny?
2012.
2012. We're at 2000.
And then 2013.
We're at 2018, and I finally watched it. Took 6 damn years to watch a movie.
I'm disappointed in myself that it took me that long because I read the book.
Finally watched
it. I read the book 3 times.
I watched all the Lord of the Rings
movies.
Time I read it probably when they first came out.
But I liked it so much, and I also read the
cartoon. Just now, watched the Hobbit
version
and
movie of the Hobbit.
I was impressed by it.
Do you like the Hobbit?
Yeah. I was a big fan. That's why I was so excited.
Why don't you come around here and talk
Rings.
about it? You want to come around here and talk about the Hobbit? No, you don't? I was impressed by it. I liked it. I'd say the Hobbit was just as good as the Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say so. I'd say it was easily as good as and as enjoyable as the Lord of the Rings movies. There's Theresa.
Well, see, what I was just telling our son is that, I mean, I was surprised when they came out with the Lord of the Rings because The Hobbit was first. You know, he wrote The Hobbit before he wrote the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, well, I remember when the Lord of the Rings movies first came out, the first thing I thought was, where the hell's Bilbo?
Yeah.
Because I remember a little bit about Lord of the Rings from being a kid. Huh?
I look pale.
Oh, pale?
Yeah, I'm not
Oh, you're not pale.
in that I am.
Oh, on the camera you're pale? Well, I remember old Bilbo, and I'm not going to tell you malarkey about how I read all the Lord of the Rings books and The Hobbit and stuff when I was a kid.
I read The Hobbit 3 times.
Okay. Well, if I said that, it'd be a lie. I didn't read them.
And I watched it, and I was excited when the cartoon movie came out.
Yeah, I watched the cartoon movies. That's what I watched, and I remember...
or when they showed it on TV.
Bilbo, or as my son Vinny calls him, Bilbo T Baggins. But I remembered him, and my wife's looking at me sideways when I said that T Baggins. Are you wondering why that's funny?
Yeah, why is that funny?
Okay, guys, it's time for me to teach my wife something new. The term, you've heard the term teabag?
Yeah, you put it in your cup.
All right. Come over here, please. I don't care if you're pale or not. She's not pale.
I don't feel good.
Teresa's not pale. I don't understand why she's saying this.
But I don't feel good
okay,
when I look
all right.
pale.
All right, well, here's the deal. All right, you're wondering why Vinny calling him Bilbo T Baggins is funny, or what is the significance, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the term teabagging is not about making tea at all. It's about putting a different kind of sack in a mouth.
Oh, God.
Yes. So, that's the term teabagging, is that.
See what I have to live with?
But, so Vinny, I didn't come up with the name for Bilbo here. Vinny came up with Bilbo T Baggins. So...
You know, folks, there's some things, like they say, there's some things that you can't unsee. There are many things that you can't unhear.
Yeah.
That will be running through my head for, like, years.
Yeah.
I'll be sewing, and all of a sudden, teabagging will pop up. This is great.
Bilbo T Baggins. But that's a significance. That's why, you know, when I said it and quoted Vinny, I might have had a smirk, because that's why. That's what teabagging is. So, yeah, I watched the Lord of the Rings movies, and I'm like, where in the hell is Bilbo? You know, when they first came out in the theater, because unlike you, I didn't read the books, but I saw the animated movies when I was a kid. I saw those put out by Rankin and Bass, I think. And I think Ralph Bakshi, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, or Bakshi, I'm not sure. What's funny about this is, I think he directed the movies. What's funny about that is old Ralph Bakshi also made some very filthy cartoons before he made those Hobbit and Lord of the Rings cartoons.
Sort of like Peter Jackson.
Exactly. See the parallel here?
Yes.
Yeah. He made a movie called Heavy Traffic, and he did Fritz the Cat, the movie. Okay. Which, they were like X-rated cartoon movies. Okay. And then this guy turns around and makes kid movies, cartoons. Which is funny because Peter Jackson made some pretty screwed up, messed up movies before he made the Lord of the Rings movies. In fact, out of probably 99% of the people I know, when the Lord of the Rings movies came out, I was probably the 1% who even knew who the hell Peter Jackson was.
Yes.
And I knew him from his horror movies and from a movie he did called Meet the Feebles, which was kind of like an X-rated Muppet show.
Yes. Like I said, there are things that you can't unsee.
And that'd be one of them. I thought the movie was delightful and funny. Not for kids. But,
it was horrible. So
it was funny. Dead Alive was another movie he made. And that was a gory masterpiece. A literal bloodbath happened in that movie. Very gory. Very, but humorous gore. It was a zombie movie, but funny. It was funny.
Two zombies get it on and have a zombie baby.
Yeah.
They have a zombini.
Yeah. But
not cool.
Zombino. But also,
I've been corrected.
Peter Jackson, I mean, probably the most public, the most for general consumption kind of film he made before the Lord of the Rings movies was probably The Frighteners. I don't remember that being a huge hit.
No, it
Michael
stunk.
J. Fox and some ghosts and shit.
Yeah, it stunk.
Okay, which was not what I was into. I was not into that kind of Peter Jackson movie. In fact, I've never even watched a complete movie. I watched parts of it.
Don't waste your life.
But, well, then again, you hated Meet the Feebles and you hated Dead Alive, and I liked those. So, but he also did a movie called Bad Taste about aliens wanting to take humans, Earthlings, to use them in their fast food restaurant.
Well,
yeah, but
that's so not any different than The Visitors.
Yeah, but when I saw Peter Jackson was at the helm of these huge, big budget movies, I was just like blown away. I'm like,
how did he get
who
that?
gave him this money to make these movies? You know, and now everybody knows his name, but at the time, not a whole hell of a lot of people
did not know him until these
even
movies
knew he
were successful.
existed. So it's it was very funny, very strange that all of a sudden Peter Jackson has these huge budgets to work on these movies, and he did. And of course, the rest is history, as they say, because the Lord of the Rings movies went, you know, they're probably some of the highest grossing motion pictures when they came out. You know, the biggest spectacles of all, film-wise, you know, epic as you get. But I watched them. I enjoyed them. I mean, I didn't get a tattoo of any of the Hobbits or any stuff like that on me, but I liked the movies. But I didn't watch the Hobbit movies until just the other day. I finally watched The Hobbit. And then the movie, old Bilbo ends up getting kind of railroaded into helping these dwarves try and reclaim their mountain home. But so there's all this build up for them to get to what the hell was mountain?
The Lonely Mountain.
The Lonely Mountain.
And there's another name for it too, but I don't remember.
Yeah. Oh, and they're supposed to get there and get into the mountain. A dragon's taking over their shit. Dragon came, kicked a lot of the dwarves' asses. Something going on back there. Sound like dripping?
Yeah, is that the fan?
I don't know.
Too many drips in this house.
So, the dragon kicked the dwarves' asses and took over the mountain. You know, which, the inside of the mountain, which is, you know, dwarves had all their gold and shit, and they're supposed to get there. I thought the movie was as good as the Lord of the Rings movies.
I did too. That's why. But you know what? It's when you've got so many children, it's hard to take 3 hours out and watch it.
Yeah.
It really is. I think that's why it's taken me so long to watch them.
That
because
could be.
I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I've been everywhere. Not really. I just thought I'd say that.
Well, I thought you'd say the Burger King cups or something. We did have some kind of Lord of the Rings mugs or something.
And we've got
And
several different versions of games. And
Yeah.
I had action figures. Me.
Yeah.
I actually have a Legolas Barbie doll.
Yeah. And Earacorn and all the rest of
I don't have Earacorn.
Yeah.
I have Legolas. I didn't know there was a Barbie of Iricorn and the elf chick until way after the movies and hundreds of dollars, so I never
Which I
got
came up with the name Iricorn for him, but I never came up with a good one for leg old ass. You know, never came up with a good one for
I
him.
had a standee of him, too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Which one? Iricorn?
No, Legolas.
Oh. But,
My favorite guys was Legolas, then Iricorn.
oh, okay. Well, the thing about The Hobbit is they set out to reclaim
The mountain.
the mountain. Okay, and then the movie is almost 3 hours long, right?
Yes.
So you got about 3 hours of movie, give or take.
Mm-hmm.
And then it builds. There's plenty of action and excitement. Most downtime, I think, is the Smeagol interaction.
In the
I'm not a
first one.
Smeagol guy.
No.
In the
neither.
first Hobbit movie.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Smeagol fan, so he just kind of
Yeah.
pisses me off.
Yeah, me
But
too.
he's in there, and then by the end of the movie, they don't get to the damn mountain.
Which is irritating.
Yeah, it is, because, you know...
Because these ones, unlike the Lord of the Rings, they end abruptly. Okay?
Yeah.
The Lord of the Rings, you know, like the first one, okay, yeah, I'm gonna keep on going, blah, 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 and Sam follows Frodo, or as Paul would call him, Scrodo, and they, you know, and they're like all happy smiling, and they look and they see Mount Mordor or whatever it is, Mount Doom, blah, 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 and they head that direction. Okay, it ends, we're
Yeah.
on to the next one. Pretty much
Yeah.
picks up where we left off.
They wrapped him up pretty good.
Yes. The Hobbit movies, you're engrossed, there's action, and then boom, the credits start rolling.
Yeah. You're
What the
ready.
hell is that?
Yeah, I'm ready. They see the mountain in the distance that they're supposed to get to, you know, reclaim their homeland and all that. You see it in the distance, and then movie ends. And
Just fades. It doesn't even fade to black. It just turns black.
yeah, and you're like, what the hell, man? These guys went through all this shit. Now we're not going to see them reclaim their homeland. And Vinny brought up a good point, or something to think about it, and I did think about it even before he said it, was imagine watching that brand new. How disappointing that would have been. You know, because there's how much time in between the releases of the movies, you know, I don't know,
Well,
year or so?
Yeah, and that was
So,
how
I
it
mean,
was
that
with
would have been...
But the thing of it is, since I read The Hobbit, it's not... I'm amazed of how much more there is to the Hobbit series than there was in the book. The book was like this big. This big. Now, the Lord
So
of the
you're
Rings
saying
books...
they stretched
this
it
big.
out.
He stretched. But I think he did that because of how great the Lord of the Rings were. But the Lord of the Rings, when it first came
Are we
out...
saying to make money?
Yes. When it first came out, when the book was written, it was written in the 1930s during the Depression. It was this big, okay, and Tolkien had to cut it up because back then paper was very expensive and nobody could afford it. So he split them up into 3 series, in 3 books.
Okay.
But I don't get how there's so much in The Hobbit. What is this big? But it's a good book. And it was a good cartoon, and it's a good story overall. So when The Lord of the Rings was coming out and I heard about it, I was very excited because of The Hobbit.
Yeah,
But it's this big. So 3 movies, almost 3 hours long. I mean, it's big.
Yeah. So, but now the animated movies. Let's get back to those for a second here. There was first The Hobbit, then Return of the King.
No, The Fellowship of the Ring.
Fellowship
it goes
of
in the
Ring.
same order as it does
And
in the
then
live
Return
action.
of the King? Is that what it was? I can't remember.
Something like that. I don't know.
I haven't seen them since I was a kid.
Neither
and
have I.
I'm not sure I even saw all 3 of them.
I saw The Hobbit,
I saw the first
and
one,
I
and
saw...
I think the second one.
I didn't see the other anime. I didn't see the Lord of the Rings animated version. I saw The Hobbit.
Wow. I'm pretty sure I saw 2 of them, but and I don't know. But you know what? I'm trying to think. Did they put a tail on Smeagol in that movie?
No, he doesn't have a tail. He has.
I mean, in the cartoon.
I don't know. I don't remember. I only seen it a couple times when I was a youngster. I read the book when I was in high school.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why when the Lord of the Rings movies came out, I was like, where the hell's Bilbo? Because I remember
he
him
was in the
from
very
the cartoon.
beginning.
Right. I mean, he was in there for like 5 minutes.
But yeah.
And then it's like, he doesn't mean shit in this movie, and it's just...
Because it wasn't about him.
Right. But I remembered things as a kid, and, you know, Bilbo went off on this grand adventure, and now Bilbo isn't doing nothing. He's sitting at home. He's an old dude.
Mm-hmm.
Old Hobbit guy, but... no, there... well... So we watched the first 2. The second one was good too. I like the first one better than the second one.
I think I enjoyed them both equally.
The second one had a dragon. That's definitely points for having a dragon.
Yeah.
I mean, for showing the dragon, there's lots of... Yeah, the first one had these 2... Yeah, you're right, Vinny. It had these 2...
But they were only in the film for maybe 5 minutes.
Huge... A little longer than that. Were there 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm always
there
right.
There were 3, unless she's wrong. There were 3 enormous rock giants.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the size of mountains and shit. How they were the mountain, in a way. Yeah. The mountains came alive. These rock giant things are fighting each other. Meanwhile, you got dwarves and Bilbo running around on these things, on little narrow paths that are actually these giant rock creatures. And, yeah, you're right, Vinny, that was kind of the epicness of that one. Whereas the second one, you had a huge dragon raising hell.
The first Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring, is not very climactic either. It's not very exciting, but it's a very good story. I mean, pretty much the most excitement is with Shadowfax in the
It's been a long time since I've seen these movies, guys, so I'm going to be
Moria,
asking some dumb questions, my wife.
And
Shadowfax?
It's a giant fax machine that they don't have enough paper for.
Wow. Who the hell was Shadowfax?
He was the giant shadow monster that came after them and fought with Gandalf, and he told them to run, and then they thought he was dead, but he wasn't dead. He actually came back to life, and, you know, because he wasn't done. I don't remember that shit. It's been so long since I've seen him. And probably doesn't help I didn't read the books, and I didn't watch movies lots and lots. Read the books, see the movie.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I don't know, I probably saw that trilogy twice. Probably watched a middle movie, what was that, Two Towers?
Mm-hmm.
Probably watched that one more than twice, though, because I liked that one particularly. Just seemed like that was one with the tree people in it, right? The tree-ants running around stomping stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I watched that one more than twice.
You know what, though? But there's a lot of noticeable something missing in Two Towers. Like, there's a scene where Gandalf had a staff, and then he didn't have a staff, and you didn't know what happened to his staff. But when you watch the extended version, he lost his staff from one of the Witch King or whoever that dude was. So, yeah. So, in Two Towers, there's a lot of things that you are noticeably like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah. Well, I would think that when it came to The Hobbit, after all the success of the Lord of the Rings movies,
mm-hmm.
that there didn't have to be theatrical cuts. You know, people were going to watch these movies whether they were 5 hours long. I would imagine at that point the fan base was so strong that it didn't have to be trimmed down to a Hollywood standard running time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that already made, oh gosh, who knows how much money from those first 3 movies. I mean, yeah, all the people went to see them, all the merchandise.
There's still lots of merchandise.
Yeah.
Every time we find Lord of the Rings stuff, I want it.
Yeah. I mean,
He won't let me buy it, but I want it.
Board games.
We have several.
Fast food stuff. What did Burger King sell their shit?
I don't know.
Burger King, I think.
Don't eat at Burger King that often enough to see what they got going on.
But wasn't that who was selling the Lord of the Rings crap?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I can't tell you.
I think it was Burger King, which is funny because, you know, McDonald's is the top dog when it comes to the fast food. However, Burger King gets a lot of the cool movie stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
I've noticed that. Oh, look, Donna's watching. Hello.
Hi, Donna.
We're just talking about The Hobbit. Yeah. But, yeah, so now we gotta watch a third one. And the second one ended...
abruptly.
Yeah, without any resolution to the dragon menace.
No.
You know, there's huge dragon.
And, you know, the only thing
that was the big climax of the
did
movie.
not care about, did not really enjoy or care for is the dragon. He's very cool looking.
Oh, yeah.
And all the gold he's laying on is very cool looking.
Very
but
pretty.
all he does is boast about how powerful and how he's going to kill everybody and how great he is. I mean, he's very self-absorbed and arrogant.
Oh, yeah.
And it's annoying. I mean, oh, look at me, I'm so great, I'm big, I'm going to kill everybody, I took your mountain.
Yeah,
he
did go on and on about himself.
But he just keeps on
Maybe
going
they did that to make you hate the
on.
dragon more instead of just being in awe of it. Because at first you're in awe of the dragon because he is enormous when they first show him his size and just how great he is compared to Bilbo, the Hobbit. And you're like, this dragon's huge and all that.
But you really end up...
Maybe you hate him.
Unless you're one of those people that is self-absorbed.
Uh-oh. The Narnia series. No, not Narnia. We're talking about the follow-up to Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit.
Actually, the prequels.
Yeah. What's up, Kincaid? What's happening, dude?
I don't know you, but hi anyways.
Yeah,
Is he the baking guy?
No, Kincaid is not the bacon guy. That would be McElhaney.
Oh, okay. Well, I know he's somebody that goes to the club.
Yeah, he's from the club. He's into hunting and stuff.
Okay.
But
Sorry, you're
not
the
the Narnia series, but the series that was done by actually one of Tolkien's friends. Or, I mean, one of C.S. Lewis's friends. They knew each other. I'm pretty sure C.S. Lewis and Tolkien knew each other.
Well, I'm going
one of his contemporaries.
Say goodbye, Facebook, because I have to go that way.
But, anyways, so, well, thanks for being on.
Well, thank you, but I have to go.
Oh, are you coming back?
No.
Oh, okay.
I
Well, that's what I don't know, but that was the big excitement. Finally watched the Hobbit movies. So I would give them thumbs ups on the first two. I haven't seen the third one, so I can't say anything about that. But the first two, definitely enjoyable. Just the way they end, it's kind of like, not necessarily cliffhanger style, but it is kind of abrupt. And luckily, I don't have to wait a year or so to watch a sequel because we have them all on DVD. So I'm not going to watch them all three in one day, not with how long they are, but I can watch them the next day. So we've been making these Hobbit movie nights. As far as for the younger kids, the movies are somewhat graphic. They're violent. You got these huge fights with orcs and stuff, and they're getting arrows to their heads, getting their heads lopped off, getting stabbed and skewered and all kinds of stuff. So, not for young kids, but older kids, very good movies. It's, when I watch the third one, I'll hop on here and talk about that one a little bit. But for right now, I'm going to get back to drinking my coffee and going to watch a movie, which I'll talk about some other time, more about a Bubba Hotep movie I have. I haven't seen it for a while, been a couple years, and it is, of course, it is about a mummy coming back to life and terrorizing an East Texas nursing home. There are some strange, wild characters in the movie. The main character is a man who claims to be, and may or may not be, actually Elvis, still living, but in a nursing home. He claims to be Elvis. But when I come back on here, you know, one of these shows, I'll end up talking about Bubba Hotep. But I have to watch it again and refresh my mind about it. So I'm going to watch that with the boys, with older boys, Vinny, and because there's a lot of inappropriate stuff in it. But till then, I'm going to hop off of here and go hang out with the older kids. And, you know. So anyways, have a great day. Have a great Monday, whatever you're doing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for wasting your lunch with me. I'm going to hop off of here, watch another movie, come back, probably talk about it tomorrow, or correspond with you guys if you so feel like it. So be good, guys. Stay out of trouble. I hope you have a fantastical day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.